The idea of us being part of something much bigger fascinates many of us. Countless strange events have been recorded, some of which may show us that we're not truly alone. This photograph was sent to me by a resident in the United States, who said that this image appeared on their timeline and was submitted by someone who lives close to them. The user in question is from Massachusetts, and reported that this image was submitted to a group that investigates mysterious objects, and that people on there couldn't agree on what they were seeing. Around 65% of Americans say that intelligent life exists on other planets, and 71% of Americans believe in mysterious aircrafts. Millions of these sightings and encounters are reported every year, but most eyewitnesses struggle to capture their encounter on camera, and this is due to these events unfolding when people least expect it, which means that they're not ready to capture them on camera, and by the time they get their cameras out the aircraft has moved on, or the photo is too blurry. This recent image is doing the rounds on social media, and many have called it an incredible photo. The object is being described as being in the shape of either a triangle, an acorn, or a disc. It's dark in colour and appears to be close to the ground. In the images that were posted to the group, you can see the object break the cloud line before descending further to the ground. Interestingly, these shaped crafts are nothing new, and for years now they've been reported in pretty much every country around the world. What they are though is still heavily debated. Some argue that these crafts are part of the latest stealth fleet of either the United States military, or some unknown branch that the public doesn't know about, while some users have questioned how we would have such a thing. Something that's been picked up on by amateur researchers is the fact of how these things are usually never seen during the daytime, or at least they're never seen this low to the ground during the daytime. Although there have been a few photographs taken during the day, it hasn't helped us to come to a definitive answer for what these things are, along with how they're able to achieve some of the things they do. Why this craft was flying so low to the ground is unknown. Some questioned whether this object was an aircraft at all, and suggested that it may have been something like a cloud. The Weather Service has said that it's very unlikely to see a single cloud descend to the ground, and that their motion is in response to wind, further adding that small downdrafts can form at the bottom of these clouds as water in the air evaporates, but notes that clouds don't move close to the ground. One user said the following: "I feel like there's no winning when it comes to these mysterious aircrafts. People have been saying for years that photographs are too blurry, and that these objects seem too far away in pictures in order to come to a conclusive answer. But when an image like this is presented which is relatively clear and shows an object close to the camera, people immediately dismiss it as a fake. I'm not saying we should label all of these sightings as genuine, but I think that if someone can't identify it, then it should be labelled as unidentified." End quote. While another user said this: "Although I didn't see this object in person, I did have an encounter of my own where I saw a large object fly close to the ground. At the time I was hiking through Washington when I noticed a bright object below the cloud line, and that due to the craft being a dark chrome colour it did this quite well. I would say I was in a few hundred feet of it, and I was able to see these details because at the time I had a pair of binoculars with me. It moved into a large clearing and then slowly descended. However, between me and the object was woodland that I wasn't able to get through. My encounter lasted no more than a few minutes, but I'm still not sure what it was that I encountered that day. Seeing this photograph reminded me of it." End quote. What many people may not be aware of is that government officials have long been interested in these mysterious aircrafts. In fact, there's hundreds of thousands of documents detailing this, and showing that top officials have tried to explain what these things are. Many of these documents go into detail about strange objects that have been seen by officials, and that have also been seen above official military signs, places where everyday crafts can't get into. It's for this reason that some have speculated that these crafts don't belong to us, noting that restricted airspace is difficult to get into, yet these objects seem to have the ability to just appear inside them and then vanish within the blink of an eye. It's no secret that officials have been interested in these things, but yet 80 years later we still seem to be no closer to understanding what these things are, where they're coming from and how they're able to travel at the speeds they do. Due to the large amounts of sightings that have been reported by everyday people, many have said that there's definitely something strange going on, while others feel deflated with the topic as nothing seems to be moving in regards to finding out new information. Others are trying to keep an open mind and have said that right now more people than ever are talking about these objects, and they hope that this will bring forward more answers. So what do you make of this interesting sighting, and have you ever encountered anything similar? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.